All right, so today we're diving into the world of XRP. It can be a little wild, right? We're going to be talking about political stuff, regulatory decisions, and how all that can impact, the crypto market.
Yeah, big time.
And that means your investments too, right?
Exactly.
We've got some interesting research lined up, some market analysis to go through. So,
Should be fun.
yeah, let's unpack it together.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's funny, like we think of markets as these, sort of cold, calculated things, numbers and logic. But when you bring in politics and regulations, things get,
Especially with crypto.
yeah, especially with something as revolutionary as crypto, it can get a little
It gets messy.
messy, unpredictable. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, ugh. It's like trying to predict the weather in a hurricane. So first off, let's talk about how XRP has been doing lately. I mean, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, right?
It has.
Trending downwards. And I know that's got to be making some investors nervous.
Yeah, I think they have every right to be a little nervous.
Yeah.
There's a lot of uncertainty hanging over XRP right now, mostly because of that big legal battle that's going on between Ripple, XRP's parent company, and the SEC. This case is really, really important. It could set a precedent for how crypto is treated in the U.S.
Yeah. And then to add to all of that, you've got Donald Trump and let's just say, his evolving views on cryptocurrency.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't really a fan at first, right? And then he seemed to kind of get more involved.
Yeah.
Did that have any real impact on the market?
Oh, it absolutely did. Remember when Bitcoin surged past $100,000?
Oh, yeah.
After Trump appointed Paul Atkins to the SEC? Atkins is very much in favor of crypto.
Okay.
And the market reacted big time to that appointment. Pure optimism, I think, was fueling that surge.
So basically, Trump put someone in charge who could, I guess, potentially make things a little easier for crypto, and then investors just went kind of crazy.
Pretty much, yeah. It shows you how much power a single political decision can have.
It really does. It's like a ripple effect. So let's dig into this SEC case against Ripple a little bit more.
Ready?
The SEC is claiming that Ripple was basically selling XRP as an unregistered security, right?
Right.
Which is a big no-no in the financial world, I guess.
Yeah, big no-no.
So what does all that mean for someone who just wants to invest in XRP?
Well,
Break it down for us, because that just sounds like legal jargon.
it does, yeah. Imagine you're buying stock in a company. You'd expect that stock to be registered, right? Meaning it meets certain regulations and has certain protections. The SEC is basically arguing that XRP should be treated the same way, like a stock.
Okay.
And that Ripple didn't follow the rules when they were selling it. If the SEC wins, it could impact how all cryptocurrencies are regulated, not just XRP.
Wow. But hold on. Didn't Ripple win something in court recently? Didn't a judge say that XRP isn't actually a security?
Well, yeah, they did get a partial win, and it was a big one. The court ruled that when people buy and sell XRP on exchanges, those particular transactions, don't fall under security laws.
All right.
Which was a huge relief for Ripple and a lot of investors. And you saw the price of XRP jump past $1 after that decision.
So does that mean they're in the clear?
Well,
or is there more to it?
The SEC is appealing the decision, which shows how determined they are to assert their authority in this space.
Oh, wow.
And then...
so they're not giving up?
No, not at all. And to make things even more complicated, Bitnomial Exchange is suing the SEC, challenging their power over XRP futures.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very tangled web right now.
It's a lot. Okay, so we've got the SEC trying to, I guess, control things. Ripple's pushing back.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got another exchange jumping into the fight.
Yeah, it's a bit of a crypto Royal Rumble.
Yeah, totally. But let's zoom out for a second. Okay, so how do these political events, elections, new laws, that kind of stuff, how do they actually impact the crypto market? I mean, does it really matter who's in office or what the regulations say?
Oh, it absolutely matters. Imagine you're an investor, right? And you're seeing all these headlines about crackdowns, legal battles, politicians changing their minds about crypto. It would make you hesitate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, especially if it was my money on the line.
Exactly. And that hesitation, all that uncertainty, it leads to volatility. People start making decisions based on fear or speculation.
Right.
And that can make prices go haywire. We saw this happen with Trump, going back and forth on crypto.
Yeah.
His changing stance really impacted investor confidence. Yeah. And that fueled a lot of market activity.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So basically what you're saying is we have to pay attention to both the legal stuff and the politics because they're all kind of connected, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get back to XRP specifically. What if, say, hypothetically, a candidate who's really, really pro-crypto gets elected? Could that change things for XRP?
Oh, for sure. It absolutely could. A pro-crypto administration, I mean, that could lead to, a much friendlier regulatory environment for XRP. For other digital assets too, you could see streamlined regulations, more investment coming in, innovation just flourishing. It could be a whole new era for crypto.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty great. But there are always two sides to every coin. Are there any downsides to a super pro-crypto SEC?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's important to consider both sides, right?
Right.
So a more relaxed approach, well, that could boost the industry for sure. But we also have to think about the risks. Lack of oversight could lead to more scams, more market manipulation, people taking advantage of investors who maybe don't understand crypto as well. It's a tough balance.
Yeah, it's not just black and white. It's finding that sweet spot, right, where you're encouraging innovation, but also protecting people.
Exactly.
Sounds like the SEC has a lot of responsibility.
They do.
But let's not forget about Ripple. They're not just sitting around waiting for these legal battles to end.
No, not at all. In fact, Ripple's been making some big moves despite all the challenges. They've partnered with over 300 financial institutions.
300?
Yeah. Banks, payment providers, all sorts of companies. And they're integrating XRP into their systems.
Wow, that's not nothing.
No.
It seems like they're really gaining some traction.
Yeah, they are.
So what does that tell us about the potential for XRP to become something people use every day?
Well, I think it's a strong sign that XRP is moving toward mainstream adoption.
Okay.
It's not just this speculative asset anymore. It's actually being used for real-world transactions, cross-border payments, things that could directly impact you and me. And I think it shows that there's genuine confidence in Ripple's technology and its potential to change how money moves around the world.
So even with all this legal stuff going on, Ripple's busy building partnerships, connecting with these big companies, really focusing on the long game, huh?
Yeah, it's like they're saying, we're here to stay, no matter what happens in court.
It's got to be encouraging for investors.
I think so.
But, the crypto world is still young.
Very young.
And things are changing all the time. Speaking of changing, let's talk about how decisions made in other countries, how that can impact crypto investments here in the US.
Okay.
You're talking about global regulations, right?
Yeah.
I've heard about China cracking down on crypto.
Right.
How does something like that affect things here?
Well, it's all connected, right? What happens in one major economy can impact the entire market. China's crackdown created a lot of uncertainty. Some people sold off their crypto, and it influenced regulations in other countries.
So if one country decides to, tighten the reins on crypto, it can spook investors everywhere.
It can, yeah. Even if their own government isn't changing its stance.
Like a chain reaction.
Exactly.
So how do we make sense of all of this? Where do we go from here?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
I think what we're seeing is a global tug of war. Governments and regulatory bodies are trying to find the right balance. Encourage innovation, but also protect people.
Right, like trying to tame a wild stallion or something.
Yeah, kind of.
This powerful new technology with tons of potential, but also, some risks.
Definitely.
But what about us, the everyday investors? How do we deal with all of this?
Well, I think the key is to stay informed.
Okay.
Understand what's happening. And make decisions based on knowledge, not just hype. Don't just chase the latest trend or believe everything you read on Twitter.
Right.
Take the time to research, learn about different cryptocurrencies, understand the technology, and think about your own goals and risk tolerance.
So basically, do your homework. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
And don't panic when things get a little crazy.
It's good advice for any kind of investing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's bring it back to XRP. We've talked about the legal stuff, the politics, Ripple's growth. What's the bottom line? What does it all mean for someone who's holding XRP or thinking about investing in it?
Well, I think XRP's story is a great example of how connected crypto is to the world around it. You can't just look at the price. You need to understand the bigger picture, the things that can influence its future.
So you're saying don't just follow the hype. Do your research. Understand the fundamentals.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's what we've tried to do in this deep dive, right? Give you the information you need to navigate this complex landscape.
We've explored the risks, the rewards, the challenges, the opportunities.
Right.
Now it's up to you to decide what role, if any, XRP plays in your own strategy.
And remember, the crypto world is constantly changing.
It is.
So stay curious, keep learning.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
We hope this deep dive has given you the knowledge and the confidence to navigate this exciting world, the world of XRP and the broader crypto market.
And as always, remember to invest responsibly. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Absolutely great advice. All right, so that wraps up our deep dive into XRP. We hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more insightful explorations into the world of cryptocurrency and beyond.
Yeah, exactly. People want to know if XRP can actually solve real world problems, not just, be something you buy and sell on exchanges.
Right. Well,
okay.
And that's where things get really interesting, I think.
Okay.
You see, Ripple has been focused on building this global payments network. Using XRP. It's all about making these cross-border transactions faster, cheaper, more efficient.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. Sending money overseas is usually a nightmare.
Oh, tell me about it. I tried sending money to my sister in Europe a while back, and it was like going through a maze. It took days, and then by the time it got there, felt like half of it had disappeared in fees.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the problem Ripple is trying to solve. With XRP, those transactions can happen almost instantly, and the fees are way lower.
Wow.
It's like upgrading from a horse and buggy to a high-speed train.
Yeah. That's the kind of difference we're talking about.
So it's not just about making a quick buck trading XRP. It's about potentially changing how money moves around the entire world.
Yeah. And that's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal. And it's something that I think gets lost sometimes, with all the hype and speculation around crypto.
Right.
But Ripple's building a real use case for XRP.
They are.
And that's what matters, right?
In the long run, absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
We talked about the political roller coaster, the legal battles, Ripple's growth, the real-world applications of XRP. But what does it all boil down to? What's the takeaway for the listener, the investor, the person trying to make sense of all this?
Well, I think the XRP story is just a powerful example of how it's intertwined with,
Right.
politics, regulation, global finance.
Right.
It shows that. You can't just focus on the price charts.
Yeah.
You need to understand the bigger picture.
Right.
All those forces at play
Yeah.
that can shape the future.
So you're saying, don't just follow the hype. Do your research, understand the fundamentals, and make informed decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's what we've tried to do in this deep dive, right?
Yeah.
Give you the knowledge and the insights you need to navigate this complex landscape.
Yeah. We've explored the risks, the rewards, the challenges, the opportunities.
Right.
Now it's up to you to decide, what role, if any, XRP plays in your own strategy.
And remember, the crypto world, it's always changing, right?
Always.
So stay curious, keep learning, never be afraid to ask questions. Good advice. All right, so that wraps up our deep dive into XRP. We hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more insightful explorations into the world of cryptocurrency and beyond.